It is actually the 26th of December because yesterday was Christmas and I spent Christmas with my family, but today I still want to talk about my Christmas reflections and share with you what I learned this Christmas day. On the night before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, I read a quote online that made me start thinking. And the quote went something like this. It said that if you don't have Christmas in your heart, you're not going to find it under a tree. And when I read that, something in my mind started working and I started thinking about what it meant. And as I thought about it that night and throughout the day of Christmas, I realized that there's a message in it for all of us. And that message was that sometimes we get lost in doing things out of habit or out of the fact that those are traditional things to do, those are tradition, but we forget the true essence or the reason why we're doing those things. The whole point of Christmas is love because God's Son was born on this day for the sake of us out of love, and the whole season is all about loving your family, loving your friends, and spending time with the people you love. And when we do all these things together with the people we love, we forget that we're not only supposed to love those who are easy to love, like our family and friends, but also those who are seemingly difficult to love, people who frustrate us, anger us, irritate us, people who don't understand our point of view or who have disagreeing points of view. Even though we think that this season of the year is filled with a lot of love, with a lot of family and friends and celebration, we forget that we are not actually showcasing that love in our day-to-day life. We are forgetting the true meaning of Christmas, and we are forgetting that we need to show our love. And how do we show that love? We show our love by loving those who seem unlovable. We show our love to people who need our love, because the world has a lot of people who need that love and that compassion. And showing that compassion, showing that love to those people by giving, because we're so used to taking, we're so used to presents, we're so used to things that we forget that giving time, giving attention is also a way of showing our love, and showing people that love, forgiving people who hurt us in the past, spending time with those people who we shared maybe a few angry words with in this year, spending time with those who are different than us, spending time with those who are not typically in our friend circle, is showing that love. Also, showing love means being grateful for what we have, being grateful for what has been given to us, and spending that time being thankful for all that has been given into our lives. This season is not about just getting more things, it is about showing that gratitude for what life has given us, and that is also a part of what Christmas is all about. And also, love is all about doing that extra thing for someone which we wouldn't normally think to do. We make a lot of decisions in our day, and many of our decisions affect people around us. It's as simple as smiling at the watchman when you go into a building, or saying hello to the cleaning ladies as they're cleaning around you. That makes somebody's day, and when we don't do that, we might not be thinking about it, we might not be intentionally being rude, but when we just take that time to have a conversation with someone we don't have a conversation with, or smile at someone we don't usually smile at, or let somebody cross the road even though they're crossing the road at the wrong place, those are things that make somebody's day. It might be the best part of the day for someone, and you may not know that. So these small things are some ways we can show our love. So when your heart is filled with love, when you are filled with love, love kind of overflows and there is no stopping it. And when love overflows out of your life, there are so many other things that change. Ego disappears, jealousies disappear, anger disappears, irritability disappears. Things that used to make you upset don't make you upset anymore, and that's the power of love. And I talk about the power of love in another video. I probably will be talking more about the power of love, because as I'm learning, I'm also reading a book about love and loving people, and so there's a lot that I still am learning, but the main thing that I got out of this Christmas, the main thing that I reflected on this Christmas was that if my heart is not full of love, I'm not going to get anything out of all the traditions of Christmas. So even if you don't celebrate this holiday, I would really like you to think about why you do what you do and whether you're doing something out of tradition and habit rather than out of love and out of other values that you should be holding in your heart. That's something that we all can think about in our life and apply to our lives, because if our hearts are not pure, if our hearts are not full of love and compassion and gratitude, then it doesn't really matter what we do on the outside, because what we do becomes hollow in a way. But when our hearts are full of love, when our hearts are pure, our intentions are pure, whatever we do, even if it's really small, if it's really minute, if it's really something that you think nobody will notice, it's still something that makes a difference. And I think that's what I learned this Christmas, is that I need to operate with those values in my heart, and if I do, then everything I do on the outside will definitely make a difference in this world. That's what I want from my life, and that's what I want for the lives of people around me.